detected.
Disrupted.
You are wounded, weakened, and low.
Too close.
The objective is now active.
Devour them.
That's sports.
I will tear victory from your class.
Wicked. Hey. I don't know if helping others succeed. You want that louder? Oh yeah! Move it! This beat will hear you up.
Initiate defense.
Dodge this.
Forward barrier activated.
Catch you later.
Louder this time!
Not so fast.
All right, welcome everybody. Camden County College Cougar Esports versus the Ravens of Anderson University. Both teams coming in with some slightly different seasons. It is the Ravens coming in at 1-2, the Cougars 2-1, and the Cougars have advantage here on the first control map, about to hit 50%.
Go quick!
About to go 50% here on the first control point. So they look to seize control. Again, this is a best of 5 set, everybody. The first to 3 maps will win it. As Jay Hunt is taking a lot of damage here, a kill onto Dead Drop will be a man advantage for the Ravens as they look to push ahead.
This ends now.
Big damage dealt by Jay Hunt, almost a kill. So very close on a couple, does get one. He will drop, but Mejia alive. The Diva ultimate is going to at least complicate matters for the moment. A number of kills, both supports from the Cougars off the board, so it looks, I'm almost certain they're going to have to rethink things. They got a lot of work done, but they're going to have to win at least one more team fight before they can win this this one here. I think one more team fight might just do it. They're going to group up together. Dead Drop does have ultimate available.
Get into this groove!
So we're watching here as they look to make their approach, and Candle Queen off to the side finds a pick. Is very disruptive. Hanzo goes down, and another goes down as well. Money Matt. So now suddenly the Ravens of Anderson University on the back foot here, and more damage dealt as they have just crumbled. Diva out of the mech, who just sits there and takes it. Knows actually probably best to die there to get the reset. Will they have another attempt at it? They're going to have to swap up here. Candle Queen gets aggressive. Hanzo ult coming out as well just to get some space, but it will be too little too late as the Cougars will strike first, looking for one more to take map number 1.
0-1. Ready for battle.
Vivian, what have you been up to?
Oh, you know, surviving.
And how's Murphy?
Doing much better, now that you aren't feeding her scraps all the time.
¿Extrañaste?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
This is our opportunity. You're mine now. Let's not let it go to waste.
Here they come! I feel this in my...
Breaking them down. Dodge this.
Oh, guess
Thanks for the help.
All right, welcome back. Here we go. The Ravens looking for something here, but Jay Hunt with a number of kills. And I think it's, yeah, there's only 2 alive for Anderson University, who have swapped onto the Winston as well. Mejia gets Dead Drop right back alive. We've seen, of course, Camden County play with the Mercy a lot, turning those man advantages, excuse me, the man disadvantages into even numbers. And here's Dead Drop here, getting behind, looks for a pick, gets the hack off here, does some damage, but they turn immediately to the Ravens. And now a man advantage again for Anderson University, and we've seen that a number of times. Jaehyun hacked on up. Candle Queen just being disruptive on the Winston. Damage being dealt. Both supports alive, Slat and Mejia. Lucio and Mercy still letting those heals come through, and big damage comes out. And 3 Anderson University Ravens have gone away. And another as well. Huge play from the Cougars in defense of the control point. And they're just one more team fight, probably 2, away from taking map number 1. So Anderson University going to have to get busy. We do see the Bastion coming out. Will be effective on some of these meteor targets, like the Winston and the Winston Shield. And we're watching Dead Drop, who is behind enemy lines again. We saw Anderson University deal with them pretty well the first time. The enemy Winston goes low, but has the heals. Candle Queen does have ultimate available, can choose to pop it at any time. Slack goes down, only 1 support currently alive. Dead Drop goes low as well, is alive, but all right, and that's suddenly slapped back into it as the teams go back and forth. Lucio ultimate popped to try and keep this team fight going just a little bit longer, but they're looking for some sort of pick, and it's not coming for the Cougars. And then, well, they do finally get 1, but it's a 1-for-1 trade, which is still going to be advantage Anderson University. So, as a number of supports also dropping for the Cougars. So, well, it looks like they're going to have to go back to the drawing board. But they did a whole lot of work there, 94%. They're really looking for just 1 more teamfight win. A couple of ultimates available for the Ravens. So they have some resources to play with. But they're going to have to make those plays. So here we see Candle Queen getting aggressive, diving in, of course, with that Winston, but gets immediately evaporated. The switch to the Bastion working, at least for the time being. Jaehyun going aggressive, goes low, gets healed back up, and Candle Queen right back into it. So we're seeing the Ravens reacting pretty well, and a number of kills back and forth. A 3-for-1, I think, ultimately, which is going to be advantage Anderson University. And Candle Queen, with that death there, I think the Cougars would be absolutely on their back foot and looking to approach this once more. So no ultimates yet for the Cougars to play with. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We have just a little bit more. I mean, the Anderson University, the Ravens have definitely found a little bit of something. They're struggling to handle this Bastion and this Winston right now. Dead Drop is behind enemy lines, trying to find that kill, but immediately dealt with again, which is going to be a man disadvantage now for Camden County. Bastion ultimate comes out here, trying to buy some space as that percent continues to creep up. Slat is gone. Candle Queen behind enemy lines, trying to get away, can't. The res was used on Slat, so another support is alive, but they're going to have to find something. They just can't handle this Winston right now. Dead Drop continues to try to find an avenue on the flank, but just isn't finding anything substantial. So with 98% going, Candle Queen, I was going to say, I don't think you can make it to the point. So Anderson University bouncing right back. 1-1. So a little bit surprising, to be honest, given the fact that the Cougars, of course, winning round 1 and in round 2, got all the way up to 94%. You know, it was that flank from Dead Drop that just wasn't landing, not finding those picks. Because immediately they were turning, were the Ravens of Anderson University, right onto the Cougars. And it was pretty much, nothing was happening. So we'll see how it goes. We have the final round of map number 1 underway. They are staying on the same composition, are the Cougars. Well, no, I take that back. We see the The Cassidy coming out, and we see Tracer. So Tracer, a slightly different flavor there for Dead Drop. Still going to be sort of a flanking character, right? A whole lot of mobility there. But it's a feast or famine character for me. I'm still always a little bit hesitant to see it. If it's landing, if you're making your shots, if you're finding that bomb onto high-value targets, it's fantastic. But we'll see if Dead Drop can make it happen. As Alpha Lynx goes low, but is alive. The Brigitte goes forward here, too. So a bit of an off-tank situation. Dead Drop goes down first to fall. We've seen that before. Definitely not something the Cougars want to get in the habit of, as now the Ravens clearly finding some comfort. Candle Queen having to retreat here. We'll find some health probably off to the side. Yeah, we'll go all the way back to base to approach that one a little bit differently.
Orisa is here.
Feel stronger?
So, Junker Queen is in their sights. Candle Queen gonna swap up to the Orisa. I like this. I think with this particular composition, you're gonna need some sort of front to back kind of team comp. Candle Queen, though, goes down so quickly. They trade it back, but Mejia gone, so that tank will stay dead as they trade back and forth. J Hunt is pressured. Didn't have the fan, I don't think. Slat is alive, but will look to just regroup. So some kills gained. That was the first time the Cougars almost made their way back onto the point there, but Candle Queen didn't stay alive for long enough. Mejia switching off to the Moira, trying to get a little bit more damage to their composition, which again I think makes sense, and I like the swap to the Bastion as well for Dead Drop. Again, a little bit more consistent damage. Jaehyun off to the side, who's going to find those off angles. Does have ultimate to play with. Kind of a weird spot. Has to back away. No ult kills for them. So the Cougars are going to have to get to work here, but there's just nobody alive. 71%, 72%. Finally a kill gained, which might turn into something, but I don't think it will. No. I mean, the reality is that what's the problem now is that if Candle Queen should die staggered, it's just going to add a few more seconds that they're going to have to wait for them to come on back. Candle Queen almost with ultimate available. Slat with the Lucio ult ready to go. And two ultimates on the side of Anderson University to play with. The Bastion ultimate, the first to come out, just trying to buy some space. A control point probably is going to be what's in the crosshairs, but it's going to be Money Matt with that kill. Slat pops the ultimate, tries to let this team fight go. Dead Drop with the kill under Redacted would give the Cougars some life here. And Candle Queen swapping to the ball, which is what we saw them play so very well. Comfort pick for sure, but are there any supports left alive? Mejia, no. Trying to get back to site, but won't. So map 1 at this point surely will go the way of the Ravens. I don't think they'll be able to get back in time. So a bit disjointed, uneven for the Cougars. Yeah, a bit disjointed. Map 1 goes the way of Anderson University. So we'll be back in just a little while, everybody, with some more action. Map 2 underway in just a few moments.
Maximum firepower.
By the way, so I'm going to talk to production here for because we're trying some new things. We're bringing in new people, so we're going to have to do the color correction on that. There you go. I don't know what happened there. May have been that we had a weird computer issue as we were getting things going. So map 1 goes the way of Anderson University, and kind of surprising. Honestly, I think that was a game that the Cougars really should have had. Felt comfortable. They were in control. I mean, they were on the precipice. One more team fight win in that round 2 was all they were going to need to be able to make that happen. It didn't happen, ultimately. So we'll see. We'll see if they can bounce back and go from there. So, again, I'm going to just kind of informally talk to production, everybody, because, again, we're bringing in some new people. We're trying some new things. So, production, are we good to go to a break? All right, we're good to go to a break. So, everybody, we will see you in just a couple of minutes for map 2.
For the degrees and skills of tomorrow, head for Camden County College. We are 100 in-demand programs that continue to advance. We're one of the lowest tuitions in the region, even before financial aid. You can be a Rutgers Camden student starting on day one and a trailblazer, going places you've never been. You see, at Camden County College, we're not only what's now, we are what's next. Register now or schedule a tour at camdencc.edu and be ready for what's next.
of a basketball person.
Not a fan of your home team, huh?
Don't put words in my mouth.
Catch these healing waves.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Camden County College Cougar Esports. We did have a sub Axiv in for Dead Drop, and just like that, Redacted has been redacted, but traded right back. But here we go, Candle Queen. It's on to the control point, and this seems like a different Cougar squad already. As they go aggressive, Mejia does fall. The Brig, no longer there, but any sort of even trade is always going to be an advantage Camden County, no question about it, especially on this early point here, and Anderson University will back away. So no surprise there. Redacted once again remains secret. And I'm actually very surprised that Anderson University is buying into this fight. Candle Queen here goes aggressive, one support down, and now it's going to be Tank v Tank, but Alpha with low HP and no supports will have to back away. Now I don't love that here, because Candle Queen is going to just find another kill, and it looks like they might just keep folding. They're going to be in an awkward position. They can get aggressive and look to see if they can find another pick or two, and it's Axiv who has just had Redacted's number. Redacted has had a total lifetime of approximately 45 seconds in this particular map thus far.
Take everything from them.
Area denial.
Quicken the pace.
Coming through. Let me
My
take
ultimate
care
is
of that for
charging.
you.
Thank you. Devour them in the ground.
Dodge this.
All right, and Axiv is on fire. Another kill. As we see the team fight here progressing, Candle Queen goes aggressive. The spear tip, and here is, I think that was possibly, what was that there? Yeah, okay, no, we had an ultimate coming out from Candle Queen, and they are folding like a deck of cards. Are Anderson University. They have to back away. The Cougars looking a lot more comfortable now. And they're going to need this bounce back for sure. The shield will be down here in a moment. Axiv will look to find some headshots, looks for some picks, but they've spotted him out. Good damage dealt, stays alive, which is huge. But Jaehund taken away, which will short circuit. Yeah, both DPS players now gone. So this attack will stall, which has been interesting. Again, we've seen the Cougars look like the better team at points, but then Anderson University bouncing right back. But they've done very well. They'll have to keep it going.
Honor is all I have. Can't escape death. The flames of liberation devour them.
Yeah, the Queen goes forward again. The payload is moving. The only problem with relying on something like the Widow is that, again, another Feast or Famine character, when it's working, it looks really good. When it's not, the damage just isn't there. And Alpha goes way too aggressive. Trades the Candle Queen right back. Mejia doesn't have Mercy out. Oh, and wow, Slats, Lucio Ultimate just a hair too late. The payload has moved, but not a lot. As both supports are dead, so Candle Queen gonna have to wait for those respawns to come out.
Mercy on call.
Breaking them down.
Devour them.
So the payload will go back from to whence it came, or from whence it came. Mejia swaps over to the Mercy. I like that. It works for this team. Any sort of odd man loss suddenly gets evened out here. Slat dead, but possibly no man's land does get brought right back up, but damage is dealt. Mejia gone, but Candle Queen as well, and no trading back yet. As the Cougars have run into a weird situation. Again, it's just not working. It's a tale of two teams. Jaehyun, by the way, who's been a little bit quiet, at least as from what we're used to. Not a lot of kills yet early in this one. Queen goes forward, and it's so close, but goes maybe a little bit of an overheat there, pushing ahead for the Bastion.
Heroes never die.
Mejia will pop the Mercy ultimate. And Candle Queen right back to the comfort pick. Axiv down. Will Mejia be able to get the res off? No. I think Jaehyun will drop here too, who's just not found anything. Redacted does get picked off to the side. Candle Queen will just hang off in the back. The handball here. 3 ultimates available for both squads. Although the Lucio about to make that 4. Axiv goes forward, but immediately taken down as the Ravens are just swarming onto the Cougars right now. Axiv is back into it, and Candle Queen is going for the Bastion. Who knows? He will be stationary. Can't find the kill. As the Ravens are frustrating the Cougars right now. Just not finding picks. I need to swap things up. Jaehyun right back up. But where's the damage? Where are the kills? They're just not happening. Not on the same page. Axiv trying to get in. Does have the Reaper ultimate. He's going to have to pick a moment soon to use it. Candle Queen almost with ultimate available as well. And finally they've broken through. 2 down. And another falls. So better late than ever, but I think the Ravens of Anderson University will at least get one more opportunity. Jaehyun needed that kill, didn't find it. Alpha Lynx gets pushed off to the side. And if they can get this Lucio down in an awkward timing, that could turn into a big push for the Cougars. Candle Queen goes low. To lose Candle Queen now would be a problematic ultimate going to be used. Does find a kill onto Lucio. And of course the handball will make it back to this point relatively fast, but they're gonna have to find another pick, and they do. The Bastion drops. Jaehyun traded right back though. Only one ultimate available really on the entire map. It will be on Redacted. They'll get one more chance at this. Candle Queen goes in, gets bounced right back, tried to find a good angle. Does get a couple in the air, but it will only be 2. Axiv dropping, so I think they may not quite have this. They're going to have to find another play. Mejia dropping, and that surely seals their fate. Not able to make it all the way as they get stifled. Round 1 over, and now the Cougars defense will have to be supreme. I'm not sure what happened there. It looked great until it didn't. So we'll see what the Cougars can do as we swap sides. Map 1 hanging in the balance here. What year would this be with the hover cars? Is this 2050? 2100. 2100. No one watching this stream will be alive. Well, that's not true. There might be some young people watching this stream. Good. Have fun with your hover cars in 2100.
Ready for battle.
So we'll see what happens here. Again, I mean, when it was working really well. Active finding the picks with Widow, it was creating things. Candle Queen did find an avenue in late with the handball. But otherwise, not a lot really going on. So,
all systems fired up and ready to engage.
And Candle Queen thinking about the Diva, which is going to be tough. I think on this stationary defense, I would prefer, excuse me, a more stationary defense-oriented tank, like a Reinhardt or an Orisa, maybe. But
5, 4,
we'll see how it works. Candle Queen at least favoring the highly mobile tanks at this time.
Defend objective A.
So the Reinhardt comes out.
Eagling next.
Again, the issue with the Diva, right, is that that defense matrix doesn't stay active as long as that Reinhardt shield. As they are pushing ahead, the heal's coming out, but there's a whole lot to heal right now as Active looks for a pick off to the side here, off to the backside of the fight. And he's just not finding them. Feast or famine, and right now we are hungry. As a number of Cougars falling as they will give up this first point almost certainly. And now Active in the sights here of Alpha, who I think if I'm Active, you're going to want to die here. Because now if you die late, you're just going to stagger, not be with your team. He hangs out, gets brought down by Alpha Lynx.
Objective lost.
Oh, it didn't work. That first defense really not working. Reinhardt is the switch up here. Alpha Lynx goes low. And we also see the Pharah coming out. Mejia swapping to the Zenyatta. Almost a full lineup switch, really.
Feeling better?
Pharah swatted out from the sky. A tough spot. I mean, they do trade it right back, which will be critical to keep this team fight alive. And that's, again, one issue with Widow, right, as well. It's hard to find some headshots with that Reinhardt shield, especially if you're hanging in the middle of the team fight. One of those sort of flanking characters. Candle Queen puts his head to create some space. And Mejia drops, traded right back. Snack gets that kill onto the Bastion. Alpha Lynx goes ahead, finds a kill onto the other support. Does get the Reinhardt hammer down, which will take Candle Queen down as well. So it'll be the two DPS players to try and make something happen. Big damage on the board. But they're going to have to find... okay, and here we go. It looks like Jaehyun looks for that. Can't really find the target he's looking for.
In with a cure. Shield activated.
And the Cougars, who have shown an uneven performance thus far, continue to show it. Reinhardt going to have to send that Bastion, or excuse me, going to have to point that shield to the sky. No Bastion kills. The Candle Queen has Alpha Lynx in their sights, but right there, almost a clean sweep. And, you know, we have to call a spade a spade. I think the DPS players from the Cougars not really finding anything. We're not seeing the kill feed populated with their names. Jaehyun, we're seeing Genji come out, which is not something I feel like we've seen a whole lot of. So the Cougars, at least thus far, have been solved. But Genji is out. If they can hold on long enough for the blade to come out as well. Active switches up to the Reaper, but the Genji is gone. And that's not how you want to start things, as Active has to get close to get damage dealt with the Reaper. They stay alive, they pull back, but they don't have, remember, they have to stop it right here, right now. And as Active drops, they're gonna have to find some sort of trade, and it's just not coming. They do finally find it, but Slap pushed off the edge, and that will be that in map number 2. As Anderson University has come to play tonight. 1-2 on the season, but proving that they are certainly a match for the Cougars of Camden County. Look at that DPS. I mean, and that's kind of a situation there, right? I mean, that's exactly what can happen when you have a, you know, when you have something like a Bastion, a Soldier, even a Widow, right? Some of these kind of hit scanny characters that, you know, you've got a Pharah, you have a Widow, and what are these characters trying to do? They're trying to get up in the sky. They're trying to flank off to the side. They're not going to be behind that Reinhardt shield. So, you know, it just didn't really work for the Cougars at map number 2. They're going to have to think about it as they head into map number 3. So we will be back with that in just a couple of minutes. Stay tuned. Alright, welcome back everybody. Anderson University up 2 maps to 0. The Cougars will need to be bringing out the reverse sweep. Active subbed out again, dead drop in. So a few lineup changes here, and the Sombra will be the first character they select. Oh, I do start to... By the way, we were trying to figure out the music, and the music is coming through a little bit, so maybe it was just turned down really low, I'm not sure. Either way, we have the first kill of the game going the way of the Bastion player. And Mejia going low as well. Candle Queen, of course, on the handball. The signature selection. Alpha goes low, but stays alive. Would have been a big pick on Flashpoint.
Not taking this point.
But that's going to be it. And again, it's going to be short-circuited. Once again.
Healing waves.
You will be renewed.
Thanks.
So the first Flashpoint very much in their control, and the Wrecking Ball goes right in there. Slat, though, taken out, so they're just not quite on the same page. The one issue with using something like the handball is that there is no tank at the point of attack. They're relying on a big play to be made. They finally do get the Bastion, but dead drop falls, ensuring that this fight won't go on for much longer. Candle Queen able to get out of dodge, team up, get healed up by Mejia. So the first Flashpoint surely will go the way, and Candle Queen committing an ultimate there for this first Flashpoint. I'm not sure I agree with that one either. Low health bars, and unless a giant play is made, and as we say that, one play made, but a play right returned by Anderson University. Hammer down, and I think that will be it. It's Jay Hunt off to the side, does get that kill, and that's what we haven't seen as much of. The Reinhardt proving to be a tough problem to solve for the Cougars. It's really been the Reinhardt change for me on the side of Alpha Lynx that's really changed things. The Cougars not able to find anything off to the side, above or to the left or right of that shield.
¿Qué onda?
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
So there's Sombra off to the side, immediately dealt with. And here comes Candle Queen from behind, does find a good avenue. He's behind, Bastion doesn't know about it. But just not able to find that kill. Where's the follow-up? It's not there. Slat and Jay Hun falling. Redacted goes low, but stays alive. Okay, finally dealt with.
Have to defend the point.
A lot of ultimates on the board for the Cougars. But Candle Queen dropping here would be catastrophic. At least at the very beginning of this fight. They do it. Let's look at the silver lining. There are ultimates to play with. There will be 4, count them 4. Candle Queen also getting ready to have theirs available soon. And again, just not able to find anything through this Reinhardt shield. A tough spot for these more aim-based characters. They'd have to find something off to the side, and dead drop. Gone. Slap commits the ultimate. They now are never time. Redacted is dealt with. He does drop. And a couple of kills, 2 for 2 right now. But the Cougars are all in. A lot of ultimates committed. They must win this fight. Money Matt trades the Lucio ultimate right back. As they hang on to the Ravens of Anderson University, not folding. As Flashpoint number 2 looks to be well dealt with. Dead drop switches up to the May here. Reinhardt drops the ultimate. Not sure who he found. Okay, he found Candle Queen. We did see that for a moment. Candle Queen trying to be disruptive, but nothing happening. Overtime here on this Flashpoint number 2. And the Cougars just one at a time in these team fights. They're not on the same page.
Next flashpoint, bomb.
And then we will look at the next flashpoint. 3 ultimates on the side of Anderson University. Bastion, Baptiste, and Sojourn all with them. So we'll see. I don't know. It's definitely going to have to be a swap here. We see Mejia swapping to Zenyatta. Dead Drop, I think, wisely swapping to that Bastion. I think that's going to deal with that Reinhardt shield just a little bit better, but is it too little too late?
Efficient design at work.
Because if they can get that Reinhardt shield down, that'll open up some avenues for Jae-Hun to get some picks as well. But Dead Drop dead by the Bastion. Money Matt getting that kill. It was Sojourn versus Sojourn, and so the Anderson University has just had the Cougars number thus far. They're going to get a couple more tries at it. But it feels like the wheels have kind of come off here.
Take everything from them.
They're going to get just a couple more tries. Steady or Nut dropping the Bastion ultimate, trying to find some kills. Alpha Lynx goes very aggressive, and if they can get this Reinhardt down, suddenly they're in business. Tank for tank traded. Money Matt gets another DPS character and a support, and they are folding. The Cassidy comes out as the Cougars are just trying to find answers. They find a couple of kills, but they don't find the team fight win. I think that's going to be it. I'm pretty sure this is all that will be needed as the Cougars will drop 3 maps in a row, and in a very uneven performance for them. We saw them look very comfortable when the comps were working, and then we saw them look, I mean, honestly, uncomfortable is, I think, the most diplomatic way to say it, at times outclassed by Anderson University when the comps were not working. So we tip our hat, as we like to do, to Anderson University for a good game, a well played by them. 3 maps to 0 in comfortable fashion. So the Cougars will drop to 2-2, and the Ravens of Anderson University will also improve to 2-2. So in Varsity, there's a whole lot to go here. We have 2 more weeks of the regular season, and then we will head into the playoffs. Both these teams will surely be in the conversation on the bubble, looking toward the playoffs. So Anderson University at least showing tonight that their trajectory in the right direction. The Cougars clearly have some work to be done. So everybody, thank you so much for watching. This was Camden County College Cougar Esports. So shout out to a couple of people doing production as well. We had Ricky and Connor doing some observing and scene switching. So we're going to have more and more students involved. If you're a student and you're watching, become a part of the esports production program, or just volunteer. Come on out. We'll put you to work. I'll get you doing some cool stuff. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. This is Cougar Esports, and we will see you tomorrow night for Valorant at 7 o'clock. So stay tuned for that.
For the degrees and skills of tomorrow, head for Camden County College. We are 100 in-demand programs that continue to advance. We're one of the lowest tuitions in the region, even before financial aid. You can be a Rutgers Camden student starting on day 1 and a trailblazer, going places you've never been. You see, at Camden County College, we're not only what's now, we are what's next.
Register now or schedule a tour at camdencc.edu and be ready for what's next.